design.
This week we're going to talk about just some tips and just kind of our recommendations to drinking around the world in EPCOT.
It's one of our favorite things to do at EPCOT.
Yeah, honestly, it's a great way to kind of learn some of the pavilions. You kind of get to dabble in each one of them. Dedicate a good portion of a day to go do it. Honestly, probably starting around 12 and really kind of taking your time and enjoying each one of them. This is not something to sprint through, nor is it something
to take lightly.
Yeah. So what we like to do is kind of partner up, so that way, you're still in a Disney park. It's not something where you're going out on town and you're getting the cat back. You're still in a park. And
with kids.
Yeah. And so, but you can still have fun and, have a good time.
I definitely recommend getting started as soon as the World Showcase opens, because Illuminations typically falls anywhere between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. depending on when you're visiting. And that actually comes up really quick, and you find yourself kind of running through the end, which is not exactly what you'd want to do. So make sure you get there pretty much as soon as you can. Really plan your test tracks, your mission space, your Spaceship Earth for early in the day, like right when the park opens. And really, if you're going to do this, plan on being there as soon as the World Showcase opens up. So if you're fortunate enough to be staying for at least a week, I'd recommend planning 2 EPCOT days. 1 day for drinking around the world, and 1 day for enjoying the rest of what EPCOT has to offer.
Yep. So there's many different ways to do it. How we like to do it personally, which kind of seems to be the kind of the drinking around the world standard, but it's starting in Mexico and working around in a clockwise fashion.
So if you're not used to EPCOT yet, that means as soon as you enter the World Showcase, go left, not right.
Can you put a little graphic up?
Left. Not there, but I can put a graphic like this.
There you go. All right.
So, like we said, we recommend starting off on Mexico. The reason for this is because Mexico actually has fantastic drinks, and it's not something that you want to be buzzed for. This is not something you want to miss.
And the fact, like we were just saying, towards the end of your around the world experience, you tend to run out of time. At least we've always seemed to run out of time, just because you enjoy spending it at different countries. And then if you try to set up for Illuminations, that's at least an hour beforehand, kind of a situation. But yeah, starting at Mexico, definitely, they've got great drinks. It's more of a relaxed atmosphere, and they've got a ride in there too, so it's kind of a fun way to start it.
Yep.
So
where we recommend starting off is going to La Cava del Tequila in Mexico. So by doing this, do not stop at the cart out front. Those are sugary, icy mixture drinks.
So it is tempting. It's a quick margarita. They're not that bad, but they're not as good as you can get if you go inside. Sometimes there are a line, especially at the higher, traffic times.
Especially around spring break, all the college kids show up.
Because it is, but like hands down, it's one of the best, really kind of little
drinking experiences that there is. So where La Cava del Tequila is, it's kind of hidden. You go inside the pyramid, and it'll be right on the right as you go down the stairs.
Immediate right.
Yep.
So there's two different, you can either go to the bar or you can get a sit-down table and kind of enjoy it a little bit more. Definitely recommend the sit-down table. It's a nice atmosphere. It gets a nice kind of start, slow start to it. And like we said, it's good tequila. You don't want to force it.
Right.
In that same sense.
And then it's also a good place to get a snack. Remember, you're going to be drinking, and again, just be courteous to all guests. Try not to be drunk, so eating as you're going along is a very good thing to do.
Recommend it.
And La Cava del Tequila offers many different dips to have with their chips, so you can get house-made guacamole. We like the white cheese dip, the queso. And it's just a good way to start off our drinking trip.
And then,
go ahead.
Well, and then you have to go to the Three Caballeros
yes.
directly after that. I mean, that is it's just the thing to do.
And by the Three Caballeros, he means La Gran Fiesta Tour.
Yes. E. Donald.
E. Donald's. So then moving on, as soon as you're done with Mexico, really take your time to enjoy the pavilion. It's actually really cool in there. You enter Norway, which is now Frozen Land.
Well, not yet.
It opens up in June.
Yeah, so I guess maybe now it is. But yeah, so that'll definitely be interesting and put a new spin on it. So, I mean, take all this with a grain of salt that you have in Mexico. But so where we like to go is the bakery that's right there. I'm not going to try to butcher it.
It's Kringla Bakery Og Cafe.
But so they have really good school bread there as the snack of choice. But then I personally enjoyed their beers. I think that was probably one of my favorite beers, short of Germany, of course.
Yeah.
But
the Carlsberg beer is the famous one there. They also have a shot that I can't remember the name of, but I've heard it's pretty rough. Like,
it's just really strong.
Very, very strong. Like, the goal is not to make a grimace when you do it. Good luck with that. Another one that we kind of recommend getting a snack at, besides the ever-famous school bread, Kringla Bakery Og Cafe, also has several other sweet treats and little sandwiches and stuff. So if you're not feeling chips and dip in Mexico, nice place to hit.
Yep, definitely. So then moving on from there, you have the China Pavilion. That one's got a lot of different options. It does.
It's got Joy of Tea.
I thought you can go into that restaurant in the back and they have a couple there.
Well, it's if you're at the restaurant.
Yeah. See, couple.
Couple.
But honestly, so we haven't fared the best in China.
No.
We've tried the plum wine.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the best.
We're not a big fan of plum wine.
And but I mean, the China Pavilion, like it is pretty fun there in terms of
entertainment.
Yeah. But take it, leave it, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
On to the trading post.
On to the trading post. Well, actually, yeah, we always skipped Africa, their African trading post.
Yeah.
There's a little shack there. I guess they offer some smoothies.
It's kind of like the bonus round. That's honestly, it's not part of what we like to consider the 12 official
countries.
But it's a fun one that's there.
Yeah.
You can hit some drums because you're 3 rounds in at this point, so
yeah.
You're feeling pretty good.
You're feeling pretty good, especially if you're not sharing. We share, so that way we can make it.
Yeah, and not be too obnoxious.
No. Well, then it is on to probably one of the best countries to visit.
Dunkles.
Germany.
Dunkles.
So there's 2 places really in Germany. Actually, there's 3 because there's 2 beer carts. Germany is always packed. So basically, we've always found that the beer stand, not the cart, but the stand that's actually into the buildings there in the pavilion, is faster.
Yeah, it's really not that bad of a line, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally partial to the darker beers, so all of their Dunkles, all of them, are fantastic.
But the Dunkles, they're a dark beer, but they don't taste dark. I'm not a fan of stouts, but I do like the Dunkel. It tastes almost like a lager. But here's typically where we do end up splitting up and getting 2 different drinks. I like to go visit the wine cellar in the back, and there's a very good selection of wines there, actually. So I typically go get a Riesling or a Gewürztraminer, and you get your Dunkel, and we get a pretzel because they're tasty.
Why not? Alright, moving on after that is Italia. Obviously you have to get it some Vino. Okay, I'm done. But they do have, obviously, I mean, it is Italy, so they're known for their wines, and there's a really good, I can't remember.
There's actually 2 spots you can go to that actually have really good options. There's right next to Tutto Gusto restaurant is Tutto Gusto wine cellar, which we went to the first time we tried to drink. We drank around the world, and they have excellent wine flights for you to try.
And I mean, so you can get it by the glass. We like the flights just for it's a bit. You can kind of run the gambit. I like the driers. Lauren likes the sweeters, so it's a good way to get the best of both worlds. And you also get to try a bunch of different, because I mean, even though you know what type of wine you like, sometimes different bottles get different hints. So, you know, the whole point of this is just to try a whole bunch of different drinks. So we like the wine flights at Italy.
Yep, and then the other place that you can try is Enoteca Castile, which is another wine. It's a wine location. It's located in the store that's on the right of the pavilion.
Oh yes. Yep.
This one is a buy by the glass. They have several options there. They were actually very friendly. We were there last time.
Yeah, you can ask, you know, for recommendations.
I loved my recommendation.
Yep, I think it was pretty quick there the one time we went, and that's more of like a take it and walk around, where Tutto Gusto is a, you know, sit down and enjoy it, you know, get some mousse or something and just kind of enjoy it.
Gelato.
Yeah. The chocolatey treat.
Yep. And then Italy's another great place to kind of watch and get entertained.
Yep.
There are 2 shows that we've seen there. One is the mime with the clown. He is funny. He is so funny. And then of course there's the traditional flag throwers, which is actually a really cool show to watch.
And you know, it's all stuff to, you know, kind of keep you paced, you know, so that way you're not going through it, because at this point, you know, really you could spend your day in Germany and Italy and, you know, be pretty satisfied, and especially with America right next door, you can kind of get a little bit of everything. So moving on
to America. You can get a Sam Adams.
Yeah, I mean, you can get everything you could ever hope and expect for, you know, America.
The country you're already in.
Yeah. So you could get your Bud, you could get a Sam Adams. Or
we also have a couple other craft brews there.
Well, I mean, that's what we're starting to get known for, is, you know, the micro brews. So there are a pretty good selection of different craft beers as well.
So the location to get beer in America is called Black and Hans. The couple of times that we've gone and really paid attention more to drinking around the world, it has been both during the Flower and Garden Festival. If you are going during that time, go to the Smokehouse. It's in the back to the right. You can get an awesome pulled pork sandwich.
Yep.
And then they have a couple more microbrews that are actually from Florida. And we've always had a good experience with those.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's a solid beer.
Yeah.
Enough said. Moving on to Japan. Japan's a lot of fun. It's definitely a close second for me, as heard in other videos. So there's really 2 places that you can go for more of a quick sake. So there's your quick service counter service restaurant on the top left, right behind the Paradiga.
And that's Katsura Grill, I
think so.
Yeah.
Yep. There, or if you go to the very back of Mitakoshi's, like if you go all the way around, like back left, there's a little sake bar right in the store.
We definitely recommend the Mitsukoshi sake bar over Katsura. Because Katsura, you can get hot sake or chilled sake, and it's just one type. In
I mean, they have a couple.
Yeah.
But I mean, the one in the store, by far, you get more of the experience. They kind of, you know, they have this whole matrix of where you can, you know, what your palate type is, recommendations on it, different price ranges for qualities. I mean, we are no connoisseurs of sake at this point.
No.
But
But it kind of turned us into one a bit. I didn't like sake at first, and we went to Katsura Grill that time, and I didn't take to it immediately. Yeah. But then we went to Mitsukoshi, and that grid actually helped me find a sweeter one, because I didn't really like the bitterness of the one we had at Katsura. And I got like a peach sparkling sake, and I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, so it's really cool. You definitely get more interaction there. They try to pair you up, like I said, with one that kind of matches what you're looking for. So definitely reco for that one.
Yep. Then moving on is Morocco. This one is actually relatively new. They opened up Spice Road Table, which is another counter service, I believe. Yeah. Another counter. Spice Road Table.
Is that where we got the one from?
I don't think so.
Or is it the restaurant all the way in the back?
I thought that was Tangerine Cafe.
Yeah, that is. So that's why I'm wondering where this
That
one is.
must be it. We went there, they had sangria. Apparently the more recommended option is their mixed drinks.
Okay.
So they have better cocktails than sangrias. And at this point, this was the first time we had gone around the world drinking,
Yeah.
and we were rushing now.
Yeah,
we had
because
run out of time.
it's starting to run out of time. We still had France, and it's kind of like, hitting the Europe home front here. So it's like, Morocco, need to get a drink, got one drink, okay, let's go. Where I feel like that's kind of Morocco's downfall. It's not as, I'd say socially as popular as Japan, France, the UK. And so it's kind of stuck as this middle child in between, but I think they're doing a lot to try to bring some additional attention to it.
Yeah. There's some good shopping in Morocco.
Oh yeah, there's great shopping. So I'm looking forward to what Morocco is going to be in the future, because it's definitely a little bit of a dead spot. And
yeah, it's kind of the forgotten country. Sorry, Morocco.
But moving on to France.
France, another great country.
More wine.
More wine or alcohol. We have never partook in the alcohol, but I hear great things. So at the carts in the front,
Yeah,
you can get
You can get goose anywhere.
Yep, well, you can get the Grey Goose Citron Martini and the Grand Marnier Orange Martini, both of which I hear good things, but be prepared to pay. They're about $15 a piece.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying for hard liquor in Disney.
But then another place that's really good is at Les Halles Boulangerie and Patisserie. And that's in the back, and they have a bunch of pastries and
Oh, the little pastry shop.
Yep, but they also have wines and champagnes offered.
Just go to the little crepe cart.
Or the crepe cart
Crepe
has
cart.
good options. If you are staying in the boardwalk area though, and you come kind of trouncing in around brunch time, you can get a mimosa.
Yep.
There, and it's actually really good. Like
Mimosas are good.
this much champagne, this much orange juice.
Just enough to give some color.
Yep, but very tasty.
Yeah, so France is definitely another good one.
Another good one to snack in.
Yep, it's got a lot more. I think it's got a lot more options. Where moving to the UK, you kind of stuck at the Rose and Crown. It's kind of it.
That's your staple. Then there's also the Yorkshire County Fish and Chips stand where you can get your typical Guinness.
Well, you can get the Guinness. Of course, you can get the Guinness. It's kind of, so obviously the drink of choice is a Guinness. So you're gonna get the Guinness, and then you're gonna get more Guinness, and then another Guinness.
So, unfortunately, kind of UK is the stopping of the drinking around the world. You still have Canada left.
So Canada, unless you go into Lycée, it's just like get a moose head. Just say you drank one, and that's it. That's the unfortunate thing. Yet again, Canada's kind of, it's not UK and it's not Mexico.
They really don't have much. They have a cart, which I don't even know the name of.
Yep. And the lumberjacks are gone now, so.
Yeah.
Which is.
Well, they weren't there when we were there.
Yeah, I know, but so sad.
But no, Canada's kind of a sad finish. But at this point, especially if you are drinking your own drinks all the way around, you're pretty buzzed, so you may not care.
Yep. So really, I mean, it's all about pacing, because you can dig a ditch pretty quick with the Mexico, Norway, China, Germany.
So, with that, the name of the game with drinking around the world is all about pacing.
Yes.
Especially to stay respectful to everyone else around you.
Yeah, and remember, you're still at a Disney park. There's still families there. There's still families that they've put a lot of timing, a lot of care. You know, this may be the first time they ever brought their kids there. This might be the first time they've ever gotten to go to Disney.
This may be the first time they're in America. Remember, you are representing us all.
Yep. So do us well and get a beer at America. But I hope you enjoyed some of our recommendations. If you have any better ones, please let us know. We'd love to go there.
Yep.
And we'd love to share them. So yeah, leave those in the comments below. Subscribe.
Yeah, if you want to keep hearing from us and keep watching our videos because we're so cool. Subscribe below.
Or you just like watching us ramble for, periods of time.
Yeah.
But either way, hope you enjoyed it. Hope we, help shed some light on some different parts of EPCOT. It's a lot of fun, regardless what age, and really regardless if you're drinking or not. Like, it's just a lot of fun. Each place has their own shows. They're each atmosphere. There's a lot of characters scattered throughout. So great places. All the kid cots.
The kid cots.
Which are pretty cool. Definitely recommend getting the passport, getting your stamps. And in the holidays they have like special things at all the kid cots, and they're pretty cool. So hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Ciao.
Auf Wiedersehen. So hi everyone. I know that we normally end these videos with a cute little clip of Dexter here, but I wanted to take this time really to share with all of you and hopefully get everyone's prayers for the victims of everyone down in Orlando. We at Disney by Design, Mike and I and Dexter, we are truly sorrowed by the events that happened there, and we just wanted to show our support for the families of Orlando, and hopefully you all have your prayers with them as well during these times. So we'll see you next week. Bye.